Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's a beautiful day in the A. You heard what I say. I go hard every day, all every day, each and every way. Ay, I ain't trying to play. Good morning, y'all. Happy Thursday. Or better yet, happy Friday Eve. Y'all. Whew. You know, I just been thinking, and I've seen time and time again in my life where what was meant for my bad turned out being for my good. And that's what I feel this morning. What was meant for my bad turned out to be for my good. Or, as they say, a rainbow after the storm. You know, life is just beautiful to me. Life is really beautiful. I'm optimistic. I have a lot going on right now. I have a lot of stuff to be looking forward to. A lot of stuff to be hopeful about. I have a lot of stuff to be blessed about. A lot of great friends, interesting people. And y'all, let me tell y'all about this weekend. So this weekend, I had met up with one of my friends. Me and a few friends, we met up for dinner. And I hadn't hung out with my friend in a minute. And for the people that don't follow my channel from the jump, even from the jump of all the drama, my one friend that I ended up having dinner with, or who was at dinner with us, she was pulled into some mess with all this foolishness whenever it first started going down. But that was my first time hanging out with her in a while, and it was a good dinner. You know, we had a good time. But either way, it made me pose the question about being assertive. And this is why I say that. So at dinner, a couple of us got there early, and we had one server. But the restaurant, I guess, they didn't anticipate being too busy because it was later that night. And so they let that server go, and they gave us another server. Long story short, the server that we did have did a lousy job. And I'm not one of those people that be hard on people in a restaurant setting. First off, I'm not going to be rude to somebody who is handling my food and my drink. That's first off. Second off, we all done had to do some type of job like that where it might be low paying, where we might not be getting what we think we deserve, where we working our hardest just to, make ends meet. So that part of it I get. However, this person was covering so many like maybe 4 tables at once, but for some reason he just seemed to forget about our table. And I'm not really short-tempered like that. So even though he was forgetting about our table, like not refilling the water, not bringing people's beverages, bringing people's food without stuff that they ordered with it, just all types of mess. And, it was starting to get under my skin a little bit because I'm just like, bruh, I'm rooting for you. We're all rooting for you. But he did a bad job. And in the end, he ended up messing up the tickets, charging people for what they really didn't get. I mean, just all types of mess. But I say all that to say because, he tried to blame it on management. And I understand management let people go, and so that kind of put him in a bind. But even when you are a subordinate, working in a restaurant setting or any setting, any job, if you feel like you might have more than what you can handle, you should speak up about it, even if you are a subordinate. If you feel like, this is too much for me, I can't handle all this. This is, overwhelming for me. I'm not going to be able to do my best job because I have too much on my plate. I think that there comes a time where you speak up and you say, wait a minute, I'm not going to be able to do all of this that you expect of me. I'm not going to be able to handle all of this responsibility. Long story short, it got time for us to pay. And again, he messed up the tickets. We had to wait forever for him to be bringing stuff. It was just the most. And I didn't want to tip him. But as soon as I got my ticket, my ticket, I felt bad. And I was like, he sucked. And I told him, I said, you did a horrible job tonight. I said, I need you to know that you did a horrible job. He was like, well, the managers let people go. I said, I know, but you need to speak up and say, hey, no, I need help. I need help. I tipped him anyway, y'all, because I know that a lot of times the servers, that's all they work for is the tip most of the time. Like, they don't get paid too much. But it really did get me to thinking, even in my own everyday career, my own everyday life. Sometimes, regardless of the fact, regardless of the risk, you need to speak up at your job. You need to speak up at work. You need to be opinionated. You need to be assertive. You need to voice your concern. Because if you don't, it will make you look bad in the long run. I'm sure this guy was an excellent server. I'm sure. But due to him not really speaking up, his quality of service was very, very poor. So, yeah. Speak up. Say something. In situations like this, it's like, do you blame management? I do blame management because they shouldn't have let everybody go like that. But to a certain degree, I blame the server because you need to speak up about what's going on out there. Because a lot of times management they have no clue what's going on the floor. They have no clue what's going on up front. They don't have any clue about that unless you make them aware. But yeah, that was my thought this morning. It's a beautiful day in the A. I'm blessed. I got off work on time yesterday. Came home to a home cooked meal. I'm in the running for something interesting at work. It's just pretty good. I'm blessed. Whenever what's meant to harm you ends up being a blessing in disguise, y'all. Can't go wrong with that. It's the silver lining. Bye.